When Kolkata Knight Riders were doing their practice session at the Eden Gardens, the entire focus was on only one individual, Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer, after all what has happened in the England series, the contract fiasco, the BCCI diktat, every single thing, he played the Ranji Trophy, kudos to him. But then injury concerns, whether he's in the scheme for the T20 World Cup, how his season with KKR is going to be, all that was asked in the pre-match press conference that was held. Tomorrow, Kolkata Knight Riders are going to take on the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and this is a very vital season for Shreyas Iyer. This particular period from March 23 onwards is going to be very crucial because he has to address two major things in this 2-month period. One, his fitness. Second, if he has a good performance, is he in the scheme for India in the T20 World Cup? There was a delay in the press conference also which added to the drama. It was initially supposed to happen at 5, but it happened at 6:30. There was anticipation as to what was going to happen, whether Shreyas Iyer would come for the PC even. But then he came, he fronted up to the questions that was posed. Notably, the most important things that came from the press conference that Shreyas Iyer had was his fitness, his chances for the India team in the T20 World Cup, and how he will try to revive his career with KKR under Gambhir. Because the first major thing is, everybody wanted to know, what is the fitness status of Shreyas Iyer? To that, he clearly replied, I am in the best shape possible. I have been doing my training regularly. I have been batting for longer periods of time. That is something I am thriving on. I am not thinking about what the doctor said. Now, this is the focus we hope that Shreyas Iyer maintains, and we also hope that his fitness holds, because if he is fit, he is a very, very good player. On those slow decks in the West Indies and in the USA, who knows? Maybe his ability against spin might come into question at that point in time. But Shreyas Iyer, the one good thing that has been said is, he's batting for longer periods. He is in the best shape possible. KKR have had an intense training schedule. They have had good intra-squad games, and that is why they are in a good space at this point in time. And Iyer's fitness, all the previous reports about his injury, back spasm, whether he's going to be fit, all that has been dispelled. So Iyer is looking in good shape. That is what he claims. He's not thinking too much about the injury. But the next important question that was asked was on his chances in the T20 World Cup, because that is going to happen 1 week after the end of the IPL. Will Shreyas Iyer feature? Is he looking into that goal? That is what he responded. He said, I like to be in the present and not to think that what will happen after the IPL. World Cup is there, and that is something to look after IPL gets over. As usual, with the cliche like what many people would say, I would like to take it one game at a time. But I am pretty much sure that Shreyas Iyer would want to be in the scheme of things for the World Cup, because his ability, if you look at it, if he has a very good IPL, pretty sure he does feature in the Indian scheme of things. But whether he makes it to the playing 11, that is a different debate altogether. But Shreyas Iyer, he may be claiming that he's not looking at the T20 World Cup, but I'm pretty sure performance-wise, he would want to be there in that Indian team. So, at this point, yes, he's got the T20 World Cup in the back of his mind, but he's not wanting to express it out explicitly in the open. Now, a question was asked about what all had happened in the past regarding the BCCI decision, regarding his omission from the central contract. It wasn't asked very directly, it was asked in very convoluted terms, the question. Those terms were not employed in that. But Shreyas Iyer gave an answer into that. If you dwell too much into the past and the future, you can overthink and make mistakes. Whatever is in your hand, you have to make the best use of that decision. Now, you make that decision at the present, you stick with it. That is what Shreyas Iyer wants to know. He's had some very tough times in the past 4 to 5 months. I mean, the statement that he made when the press asked him about the short ball problem, he defended himself saying that that's the way it is. He just refuted that claim. He doesn't struggle against the short ball. On top of that, whatever happened after the England test match, after the first 2 tests, that didn't put him in a good state of mind. And that's why Shreyas Iyer, yes, if you dwell too much in the past and the future, you can overthink. Maybe he was guilty of that, overthinking too much. So maybe Shreyas Iyer might have learnt his lessons. taking one step at a time. But this season, without a shadow of doubt, is very, very important for him. If he does not do well as a captain and as a batter for KKR, it will mean problems. And maybe he might slip out of the pecking order, which already at this point he is struggling. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.